Welcome as we kick off the 2015 season. We're studying the National Federation of High School Rules and five-man mechanics. These videos are produced by the Arkansas Association of High School Officials. We're helping good officials get better. Video assistance provided by Jim Woods. You know our technical advisors, Dax Hill, Greg Downham, and George Demetrio. Our executive producer is Walt Coleman. I'm your host, Todd Allen. Visit our website at www.aahso.com. This video is brought to you by the Reading Study Guide. The Reading Study Guide for NFHS Rules. This is a book I've used personally for my entire career, and I highly recommend it to help you be the best you can be at the NFHS rules. The Reading Study Guide. When you're through learning, you're through. Let's get started with the 2015 football rule change. I don't remember being this excited about football season, so I know it's been at least a year. Let's start out with 2.20.1c, and we're going to have a rule change for spearing. It's an act by any player who initiates contact against an opponent at the shoulders or below with the crown or the top portion of the helmet. The shaded area in this pic is the actual crown of the helmet, the lighter brown area in A. Look at the top, and then here's a top view in B. All of this area would be considered the crown of the helmet. Now with that new definition of crown, let's look at spearing in Rule 2.20.1c. This is a rule change. Number 61 here, guilty of spearing because the crown or the top portion of the helmet was used to initiate contact against an opponent at the shoulders or below. That is a new rule change, 2.20.1c. Another new rule change, correcting the down, 5.1.1b. In play pick A, the down should be second, but the down marker shows third during the down. After the ball is dead, the down marker indicator shows fourth down, and the other game officials point this error out to the referee. This is in play pick B, and in play pick C here, the referee has the authority to correct the number of the next down prior to the ball becoming live after a new series of downs is awarded in play pick C. Now, what exactly does that mean? A good example of that would be if we only gave a team 3 downs in the series, but we called it fourth down, and they punted, and then we did a change of possession, and team B got the ball, and they ran one play, and then we figured out we only gave them 3 downs. Now it's too late, because you see we have not found the error before the ball became live after a new series of downs was awarded. So that's what that means. That's a rule change in 5.1.1b. Let's look at free kick formation. This is a good rule change. We talked about this last year, but at the time the ball is kicked, at least 4 K players must be on each side of the kicker. And this mechanogram K is guilty of encroachment, and this is a dead ball foul. Now 6.1.3, 6.1.4, in this mechanogram A, K has only 3 players on one side of the kicker. Now K4 in mechanogram B is going to shift to the other side of the kicker, but he's going to go more than 5 yards from the free kick line after the ready for play signal, and it's a dead ball foul for encroachment. In the formation in mechanogram A, this is perfectly legal. In B, K5, who is not more than 5 yards behind his line of scrimmage, kicks the ball. That is a foul. When a player is more than 5 yards behind the kicking team's free kick line, that player is the only player who may legally kick the ball. So if they do all that shenanigans and got one player more than 5 yards and then someone else kicks the ball, then you've got a foul. So in our pregame, we've got to have a good discussion on who's counting who up on the line of scrimmage. Up in the free kick area, we've got to know who's counting the 5 players, who's looking at the motion man, something that you have to work out with your crew. That's why it's so critically important that you have a very thorough pregame every week. Gets everybody thinking about everything and creates some accountability and expectations in the crew and reminds everybody what they're supposed to be looking at. So do a good pregame. Illegal personal contact. This is a rule change in 9.4.3g, and this is going to create a lot of controversy. I'm anticipating that we're going to put out another video in August that's going to address this issue of illegal personal contact. And let's just go over it here and you'll see a little more what I'm talking about. No player or non-player shall make any contact with an opponent, including a defenseless player, which is deemed unnecessary or excessive and which incites roughness. So the 3 elements are the contact cannot be unnecessary, it cannot be excessive, and it cannot incite roughness. Those are three very, very broad and ambiguous statements. And we're going to have to do some codifying on this rule because it's important that as officials, we're as consistent as we possibly can be. And until we codify these three terms and we all agree on what those mean and we see some examples of them, I'm afraid we're just going to be all over the place on this foul. And that drives the coaches crazy. And that drives me crazy. I'm sure it drives you crazy too. So just read up on this. Let's have a good discussion in our pregame and talk about that more before the season starts. And look for that additional video, special edition coming out on illegal personal contact. I'll keep you posted. Roughing the passer, 9.4, the penalty. Let's look at this play and talk about a couple of different things here. Number 54, grasp, but he's not going to twist, pull, or turn the passer's face mask. This is an incidental face mask foul, and it's not roughing the passer. The penalty is 5 yards, and it's administered under the all but one principle with no automatic first down. The reason that we really need to pay special attention to this rule change, for one thing, is it's completely different to what we're seeing on Saturday and what we watch on Sunday in the NCAA and the NFL, because all of these contacts to the passer that occur above the shoulders are all deemed as roughing the passer in those leagues. But the high school game is unique. It's different. We have our own characteristics. We don't do what everybody else does. We have our own rules. And this is not going to be a foul for roughing the passer. It's just going to be an incidental face mask foul. So just enforce under the all but one principle, 5 yards, and no automatic first down. Now, what you could do is if he strikes the head of the passer, we can call that illegal personal contact. 9.4.3G. We just need some consistency in how this penalty is enforced. So, talk about that too in your pregame, and we may broach that subject a little further when we get into the additional illegal personal contact video, which I, again, anticipate coming out next month. Let's talk about dead ball penalty enforcement. This rule change in 10.2.5. In play pick A, the player false starts. And in play pick B, the B player commits a dead ball personal foul. Now, both fouls occur before the next live ball. The penalties do not cancel and are enforced in the order of occurrence. We've got a dead ball start, which is a 5-yard penalty against Team A. So if we snap at the 50, we're going back to the A45. And then we got a 15-yard penalty on Team B for a dead ball personal foul. So 5 yards would put us back to the 50. 10 more would put us to the B40. So see how that goes? Those penalties do not offset. Now, let's take this little example. In play pick A, a B player commits a dead ball personal foul. We've got the ball carrier already on the ground, and then we've got this player here right at the 50-yard line hitting the player who's on the ground. This is a dead ball personal foul. Now, in play pick B, A's coach is flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. We can't tell what he says, but if you look at that official there on the sideline looking back and you see the flag on the ground, you can also see the coach's clipboard is on the ground, his headgear's off. This is not good. This is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct foul. And both fouls occur before the next live ball. The foul's offset, and it's going to be third down. Good stuff right there. Now, remember, we do have one unsportsmanlike conduct foul, though, on this coach. We need to record that on our game card, right? Okay, now, 10.2.5, here's a rule change. Another dead ball penalty enforcement play. In play pick A, although this diagram doesn't really illustrate it real clear for us, but let me just explain here. This Team B player hits a player, the ball carrier, who's out of bounds, and I can just tell you here that he's clearly out of bounds and he's led up, and then B comes in late and hits him. Can't tell that from the diagram, so I let you know. And then in this play pick B, I don't know what these two Team A players are exactly saying. Let's see, it's $and sign, $, hashtag, and then exclamation point. Whatever that is, you can't say it, I can tell you that. So it's a dead ball foul. Now, all fouls occur before the next live ball foul. 1A foul and the 1B foul offset. And now we just have the one Team A foul remaining, so we'll enforce that 15-yard dead ball foul from the succeeding spot. Let's look at one more here. In play pick A, Team B player commits a dead ball personal foul. Now, after the referee signals and the penalty is enforced, but before the next live ball play, the Team A coach is flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Look at play pick B. I don't know what he says, but It's something parenthesis, no, something percentage sign hashtag $! Exclamation point. You can't say that. So that's going to be a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, and this looks like maybe this is his second one. So we're going to send him to the shower. Now these fouls do not offset, and the penalty for the coach's foul is also enforced, and it's going to be one of those crazy plays, first 25. Like I said, not a lot of rule changes this year. Just some simple stuff, some good rule changes. I think the committee did an excellent job this year, and I think these are great rule changes for the game. So study up, have great pregame. Look for that unnecessary roughness video coming out in August. I'll send you an email if you're on our list, and get that to you. So good rule changes. We'll also have the point of emphasis video up this week, so be looking for that. Until next time, Todd Allen saying thanks for checking out the video, and I hope to see you on the field real soon.